welcome to our 10th episode of Beer Bros and BS. We're hitting the big double digits right now.
Woo.
Tonight I'm joined.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Tonight I'm joined by
JJ, the metal chef.
Tony, Issa, and Dan.
So tonight we got a hodgepodge of episodes of topics and things we're going to talk about. Not episodes. Topics.
Well, only one episode.
Just one episode.
Maybe. Yes, maybe. You know. So first tonight, we always talk about our beers. First beer was going to be one that I brought by Funky Buddha, More Moro. Also, we have
Smutty Nose Baltic Porter.
We've got Kirsch Goza by Victory Brewing Company.
Is it pronounced Goze or Goza?
The proper German way to pronounce it is Goza. I'm being beer snobby, I guess, but
So
a lot of people say goes.
So could you say Goza?
Sure.
Now, would that be more proper?
If you are so inclined.
Proper? So we have Kirsch Goza.
Yes.
Kirsch Goza.
We've also got Harwood Myth from Urban Chestnut Brewing Company.
Oh, and this is Prairie Apple Brandy Barrel Noir. It's an Imperial Stout aged on apple brandy barrels.
Ta-da!
All right. So tonight's a hodgepodge episode. We got a little bit of everything we're going to be talking about. I'll start it off. Let me ask you guys. Do you know what the tallest statue in the U.S. is? I should hope so.
Tallest statue?
Yeah. What's the biggest?
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the second biggest statue in the U.S.?
The copy of it in Las Vegas?
No.
I don't know.
No, that's what I was going to say.
I don't know.
The statue of Michael Jackson.
No. This statue is 41 feet smaller than the Statue of Liberty. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's in Florida.
It's...
If you know, then let's get these guys get it.
Okay.
No?
Is it something Disney related?
No, it's nowhere near Central Florida. Not Disney related at all.
Is it my penis?
Is your penis a statue?
Well, it has been erected.
It has been erected.
I think it would be hard to utilize your restroom here in the studio.
Chisel the stone.
Point taken. Okay, I don't know.
Okay, so the name of the statue is Pegasus and Dragon. No, that's not what you thought, Issa? Okay, well, you should have said yeah. You should have.
Well, what did you think it was, Issa?
The Christopher Columbus statue that was here. I think that it's somewhere by the beach somewhere.
No, this is it's called Pegasus and Dragon. It's 110 feet tall. It's only 41 feet smaller than the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
It's currently, and it will always be, at Gulfstream Park.
Really?
It's the largest bronze statue in the world.
Really?
Huh. Wow, I'm seeing it right now. It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
And I've been there. How did I not notice this? Okay.
It came out this year. I don't know when the last time you were there. It weighs 715 tons. Now, it's actually, if you look at the Statue of Liberty, you know, it does have a 154-foot pedestal that it sits on top of. So that's what gives it its extra oomph. But only 41 feet smaller than Statue of Liberty. All right, here in Florida. But before we continue, no one stop me before I talk about the beer.
You seem so excited.
Yeah, I was so excited about it.
Second biggest statue in the United States. Oh my God!
Biggest bronze statue in the world, and it's of Pegasus fighting a dragon.
That's pretty badass, dude.
And the dragon though is a lot smaller though.
I'm gonna have to Google this.
Yeah, we will actually tweet out an image of it at Beer Bros and BS. So the first beer that we have is by Funky Buddha Brewing. It's More Moro. It's an IPA, kind of a fruit beer. It's got an ABV of 7%, so it's a decent punch to it. What do you guys think of it?
Obviously, you get the blood orange flavor right up front. I like it a lot. It's easy to drink.
For me, I have the hops up front and that grapefruit,
Very
orange citrus taste in the back end. For me, you know, Moro is a type of blood orange, which is where they get the name from. What do you think of it?
Yeah, and also to point out, this is the newest version of it, which now comes in 4-packs. Originally was a big bottle release. They've changed the recipe slightly, so it's not as much of the blood orange. They wanted to balance it out, so it's a nice summertime enjoyable beer for nice hot Florida, which it's supremely damn hot.
Is it hot in Florida?
Yeah, I think Florida has moved a little bit closer to the sun opposed to the rest of the earth.
Almost as if the globe is warming.
We can't scientifically prove that. So.
Well, we could, though. It's just the government says we can't,
Aliens.
Is it the government?
The government, meaning the United States of America, says there's no global warming. But, what's this guy's name?
That's incorrect.
They said there was no global warming.
One
But
person
they did. This guy, what's that guy that used to be the president? That vice president of Bill Clinton is
Al Gore.
Al Gore said there was global warming.
That's right, he did.
So
He had quite a bit of science behind that as well.
So now you can prove it, though, but the government said that it couldn't be proven, but now they're proving it. So
It really depends on the Illuminati and what they say.
now, what if I were to tell you
Aliens.
that the Pope says global warming is real?
it's got to be scientific proof.
The Pope is actually a scientist.
Yeah. I was going to say, the new Pope kicks ass. Dude. He's telling it how it is.
Well, he's kind of also a head of the state, so
Yeah.
So,
if you follow heads of state.
he's just against the grain, which is cool. Anyway.
Well, thanks, Issa, for kind of whispering no politics after he was the one that brought it up. So why don't you go ahead and bring up your topic, Issa?
All right, so I was reading an interesting article on Japan had a 67-year-old ban on dancing. I mean, I never even knew this existed, but apparently it happened, back in the Second World War, because the government wanted to crack down on these dance halls. They're often used as brothels and, for prostitution and stuff like that. And,
Is that what brothels are for?
but who's gonna ban dancing? And cops nowadays in Japan.
The town from Footloose.
Yeah.
In England,
Thank you, Kevin Bacon. Thank you.
England actually banned it, and that's why you have Irish step dancing.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't dance.
But they're apparently changing the law now. They lifted the ban, and I guess this is coming because I was reading it. They're talking about the the Olympics are going to be held there in 2020, I believe. And I guess they want to make more money. They want to have tourists stay dancing after midnight. So I guess you could dance now in Japan, but you can't though in what was it? Sweden. Because it's illegal to spontaneously dance in Sweden. You get arrested for it.
No flash mobs.
No flash mobs.
No breakdancing.
That's weird. I could have sworn, flash mobs came from, most of the videos came from Japan. Okay.
Yeah, you think Japan karaoke.
Or they're breaking the law.
Weird. They're breaking the law.
Who says you dance when you do karaoke?
Dude, I've seen karaoke bars in Japan, videos of it, and there's these little Japanese people dancing, and there's so it's pretty. I think
That's their rebellion.
Can you tell us more about these videos that you've seen?
No, you can watch it on YouTube, guys. Just
What should they search for?
karaoke Japan, I guess, clubs.
Karaoke Japan clubs.
I guess.
in quotation marks.
Issa's big in Japan.
I was going to say that.
That's interesting.
So you said now that dancing is legal in Japan. Are you more inclined to go there?
No,
That's perfect.
What's your reasoning for not going?
there's a lot of radiation over there.
Godzilla.
He's afraid of Godzilla.
There's lots of radiation everywhere.
Yeah,
the
there's
sun
all
shows.
this radiation that came from that Fujikama or whatever thing, explosion, Fujihaki or whatever.
Fujikama, isn't that like any of their shoes?
I have
Is
no
that
idea.
an artist?
I have no idea what's going on right now.
But I would not want to drink milk or anything or eat any food there that's grown in Japan because
Well, they import a lot of stuff. That's why it's so expensive.
Watch out for the Fujiwara
Because
armbar.
it's an island.
McDonald's and but wait, McDonald's meat is really bad in China and Japan, I guess, because they're using expired meat from like the 1970s. You didn't hear about this? It was on the news.
That's impossible. They
I
would be
swear,
dead.
there's an article
They would be
on the
dead.
news.
All right, talk about
I'll
that.
talk about it next time on the next
time.
hodgepodge episode.
Are
I'll
you
bring
sure
that
you didn't
article.
see this news article on the Onion.com?
No, it was actually on
You saw it on the Globe.
it was actually on CNN.com. There was a shipment that was seized by Chinese government that had some meat that was destined for fast food chains like McDonald's and stuff like that. And one of those shipments was from 1970. I mean, who keeps meat from 1970 in a fridge? I guess people in China do, though. So
Damn commies.
I've kept my meat since 1985. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, Lord.
What about you, JJ?
All
What do you
right.
have for us tonight?
Well, speaking of meats, I'm going to be talking about the big news from outer space. It's going to be in conjunction with Pornhub, everyone's favorite adult sites. They're doing a crowd-funded Kickstarter that they're looking to do their first film in outer space. It's going to be called the Sexploration. They're looking to raise $3.5 million so they can charter the space plane so they can do this. And what's interesting about it is not just for the fact that it's going to try and get them a lot of press and whatnot, but it's never been done, at least not that scientifically. It's never been recorded. It's never been known that astronauts have had sex in space.
I'm sure it's
So
happened, though.
Yeah, but
They have neither confirmed.
yeah,
NASA has not confirmed nor denied that.
exactly. So they're actually interested in the data that's going to come back from this because eventually we're going to have to explore the stars and we want to know what happens to you.
Want to know
When
your
you're-
splooge,
Floats in space.
Yeah, exactly.
My only
Those
complaint
statistics-
is, they just need to change the name of it to Sex in Space.
So
I
it's
think
a crowd.
exploration is better.
Yeah, it's a crowdfund. It's a Kickstarter. What's the highest Kickstarter amount that we could put in there?
I don't know, you
Can we get a seat on the plane on the shuttle? There?
Yeah, actually, they
I
are.
might get stuck to it.
Yeah, exactly. They do have prizes and whatnot, like depending on how much you can contribute, and you can actually get the underwear from the cast autographed and sent to you if you contribute.
Are they going to drop it from space?
That would be pretty cool. No such details are there, so.
So no information on how items will be delivered.
Yeah, it doesn't say, but they all have different titles of how much you're willing to donate. So, are you a Pluto by donating only $1, or are you Uranus if you if you contribute over $150,000?
So I'm curious how they're going to, collect the data for NASA to study. Are they going to be wearing, instruments strapped to themselves? One of that for
Sure, Mike. You can wear all type of biometric data.
Yeah, they said
They
that.
have a Fitbit now, I read, for penises.
Yes,
What?
yeah, this is true.
So you can see how strong is your
Your
stroke.
thrust. Your
No.
thrust, too.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
So
Wow.
It's all about stamina.
So, if you'd like to contribute, it's still open for the crowdsourcing. So, go ahead if you want to see what happens when you do it in space. In space, no one can hear you moan.
If I win the lottery in the next year, I am going to put the most money into that. I'm going to get a flight. I'm going to get a seat on that flight, on that shuttle flight. I want to be there.
That is not one of the options. I'm sorry.
I'm going to make it
I
happen.
don't think.
I'll talk to the
Issa,
Russian
I'm gonna
government.
tell you this.
Issa,
I don't
you
think they want you to come.
No, I would be there.
Literally.
I would be there taking selfies on my Instagram.
Issa, if you won the
From
lottery,
space.
you could star in your own porn.
No, I can make my own shuttle and go
No.
up there and make my own.
Like, no.
You realize,
No,
you might die. They might die if they actually do this.
You don't know what would happen to your body.
It's a risk,
So you're.
Are
so,
I'm going to take that risk.
so you're gonna win all this money and risk it all to go have sex in space.
Well, teaching the shuttle. What about those people that
He's
are
not going to have
choosing?
sex. He's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
take
you're
selfies.
just gonna watch.
What about
You're
those
just gonna
random
take
people that are choosing to fly to Mars or something like that, and you're not going to return because it's pretty much a death mission?
Well, that's a
Would
one-way
you
trip.
guys do that?
I would if I was later on in life. Yeah.
What about you, Tony?
Go just
If you were to one-way trip to Mars.
I wish they told you you could never have sex again. That's another thing.
They did say that. They can never have sex. They can only eat like a very limited diet, and you're there for the rest of your life.
So you can have sex and not just pull out?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why are you looking at them like that?
look like that anyway.
With a
Making eye
cold,
contact.
look.
Yeah, like, oh.
How about you, Big Dave?
No, I like Earth. I go to outer space. I go to the moon. I go to Mars. As long as I could come back.
I want to take a space cruise.
I like Earth and sex, so I wouldn't do the one-way trip to Mars.
And much safer.
What if there was a 3-titty woman up there in Mars and you got to go meet her, and would you go there to fulfill that fantasy?
Hey, 3-titty woman here.
Man, that's true.
Have you never been to Ripley's?
That was an internet hoax.
Yeah, that was fake, by the way.
Yeah, that was from that movie.
Hey, some of my favorite tits are fake.
Yes, Dan, very good.
Hands off on everybody.
You know, I cannot argue with this.
Yes.
So we're actually on our second beer of the night.
Only.
That's brought to us by...
That's by me, Tony. And so it's the Victory Brewing's Kirsch Goza, which is...
Kirsch Goza!
Kirsch Goza! That Goza, is that the guy who was from that movie Ghostbusters, the part 2, the villain?
No. Oh, God, you're an ass. That's the first movie, and you're thinking of Gozer.
Gozer.
Good God.
I actually have seen a beer on Untapped called Goza the Gozerian.
No way.
Wow.
I forget what brewery makes it, but
Well, don't excuse his stupidness.
props to them on the
Hey, it's Issa, everybody.
Hey! So this is a sour...
Just remember, Issa, there's always money in the banana stand. That's the shirt he's wearing. You are a booth.
So, the Kirsch Goza, it is a sour cherry beer. I'll read the little inscription here. A bold and bright step outside the norm, this new twist on an old-world German brewing process excites your senses with the sharp and sweet burst of fresh cherries. Effervescent and sublime, this session ale has an enticing and satisfying cherry fruit character. European tradition and American ingenuity come together in the truest sense as you taste Victory in Kirsch Goza.
It's good. I definitely taste the apple up front,
Yes.
like a sour apple juice. But then I also get cherries in the back end of that taste.
Oh yeah, definitely cherry too. It's really good.
You know, like it's a good style, I think, for this kind of beer, like brewed with cherry juice, because gozas are very light. Like this one is 4.7%, more than I thought.
Say an average beer.
Yeah. But so like the goza like saltiness does not overpower the cherries; it just like complements it. Yeah, it's a good beer.
Yeah, I was going to point that out about the saltiness that, most gozas are, can be quite salty, very ocean-like. So, no, this is very refreshing.
This would be a good like sour beer for those like just entering the world of sours.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
agree.
completely agree.
Absolutely.
What would be the best one? What would the sour gateway?
The best gateway sour? For me, it was Petrus Oud Bruin, which is, a little different than this. It's kind of a more traditional, like, Belgian Flanders style sour.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
So I give that one a shot.
Yeah, I was going to say the Petrus Red.
See, the red to me is not so sour. That's
I
kind of
know.
more like...
But that's the thing. That's what's the gateway part of it. Because once you put it in a little bit, and then you just slide in a little bit more after that.
We're not talking about the space porn.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're right.
I actually would say Duchess de Bleu. However you say that last part. but you just say Duchess, and that's good enough.
Duchess de Bologna.
And that's a really good sour. I think it was one of my first ones I had, and I don't know how to pronounce it.
See,
What about
the first time I had Duchess, I thought it tasted like malt vinegar.
Yeah, that one does have like kind of a vinegar character to it, which you have to, I guess, like develop a taste for it.
Yeah, at first
once you're into sours, then
Yeah.
love it.
At first I was like, ugh, get it away from me, and now I'm like, give me some more.
All right, so Dan, what'd you bring tonight?
Yeah, I actually found something quite interesting. Apparently, masturbating is linked. Come on, guys. Apparently, male masturbation is actually linked to a decrease in prostate cancer, and this is fact. A study was done with over 200,000 men, and scientists were testing a theory that frequent masturbation increased the risk for prostate cancer. And after concluding the study, the scientists found that males that masturbated an average of 4 to 7 times a month, which is nothing, showed no increase or decrease in a risk of getting prostate cancer.
That's like me in a week.
Surprisingly, they found that men that masturbated more than 21 times per month showed a lower chance in getting prostate cancer.
Yes.
So,
I'm
you know,
deviants.
this basically means that
Cancer free.
if you
Well, just at one
if
part.
you jerk off, 3/4 of the month, take a week off, basically,
Yeah,
you'll be
but
lowering your chances of prostate cancer significantly.
It's like what drink too much coffee, you get this. You drink more coffee, you get better at this. If you jerk off too much, you're gonna grow hair in your hand.
You don't think that's true?
You're gonna go
Hairy
blind.
palms!
Hairy
You
palms,
get
go
hairy
blind.
palms. You're gonna get buffer on one hand and the other one. And there's drawbacks. There's
What
drawbacks.
if you alternate each? So what about that?
No. I guess you could, though. I guess you could.
You should try with your offhand.
Yeah.
like
I guess
a stranger.
do a little flippy one like that,
You can try that when you go in outer space. With aliens.
I'll be open the hatch when it gets stuck. I'm like, strong arm.
Talking about you're gonna blow the hatch.
Wait until you get to Uranus.
Oh, dude.
By the way, this wasn't pre-planned, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't know we were all going to have kind of similar topics, so we're terrible human beings. But they're all interesting scientific facts.
This is true.
For science.
For science. Sex for science.
Mine had nothing to do about science.
I completely forgot about yours already.
I thought mine was the one that stumped you guys the biggest.
Oh.
So, Lee, what do you have for us tonight?
So what I wanted to talk about was, a few days ago, Taylor Swift wrote an open letter to Apple, and it was in response to Apple's new music streaming service, Apple Music, which is launching a free trial, during which time the artist would not be compensated for the spins or the plays. And after an open letter from Taylor Swift, they changed their policy. So she actually changed, the course of this giant company, Apple's, direction.
It's pretty great.
So you could say she shook him off.
I could say that.
She wasn't going to put the music in their music service if she didn't.
Exactly. So that got me thinking.
Well, a hater's gonna hate.
They may have very well done that. So what I started thinking is if Taylor Swift can get something like this done, what other problems in the world could she solve?
Oh boy.
This is a woman who can make things happen. Who can get things done. So what do you guys think she should, put her efforts towards fixing?
Well, what's your first one?
Well, for me, a couple things. One, I would get her to convince Dwayne Wade to stay with the Miami Heat. I don't like this.
I actually think he should leave.
Yes, I agree.
Dump that money. Clean slate.
He's a has-been already. He's
KD.
injured a lot all the
KD.
time.
Let him go to the Lakers.
The Lakers don't need him.
The Lakers
They should just hire him as they did with Alonzo Mourning. Let him sit in the cushy office.
No,
the
it's a
Lakers
waste
are-
of
the
finish
Lakers are
his
interested in
contract.
him.
Look what
But
you
he
said.
plays the same
I
position
know.
as Kobe. That makes no sense.
Let him leave. I'm sorry. I love Wade. I've met him before.
It's Wade County.
Oh, come on. But you want him to leave?
But
Well,
that's the team.
he's already done.
Are you
He's
a
not
fan
gonna-
of Wade or are you a fan of the team?
Of winning. Do you like to win?
I like to win.
Are you?
I
I'm a
know.
fan of both, and I want them to stay.
You can't have that. Because
Yes,
he
we
wants
can.
too much money. He wants too much money, and they want to wipe everything clean again so that they have a shot.
At Kevin Durant.
So I'll
at
tell you what.
KD. Everyone wants to come to Miami for that.
So if Taylor Swift can convince Wade to sign with Miami at the right price, that's sweet.
Free.
Taylor
Come on,
Swift.
Taylor.
I want him to work for free.
Taylor
Give me
Swift.
back my last 2 seasons. That's what I want. Give him back the last 2 seasons. He was out. He was almost as bad as Derrick Rose.
And you know what? If he does
Refund.
leave, it's LeBron James' fault. But, And then the other thing I would want Taylor Swift to do is just eliminate Pitbull from the earth entirely.
Yeah,
I mean, I like Pitbull.
How do you want her to eliminate him? Do you want her to pay somebody like a hit squad, or would you want herself to go out, Punisher style, and just eliminate?
I don't need to know the details. I just need results.
Which would you prefer? Her like the Godfather. Take care of this problem for me. Or do you want to see her lock and load like?
Oh, her do it herself.
Yeah,
like Duke Nukem style.
Nah, I feel like it's better that she, entrusts it to someone who's more.
Third question.
More hands-on.
Which is your favorite Taylor Swift song? Because it seems you've done an awful bit of research about this.
The only one I know is "Shake It Off." Oh, and "Trouble," the one with the guest starring goat.
No, that's what I was going to go
So what about you guys? Do you guys have problems for Taylor Swift to solve?
World hunger.
I'd like for her to get rid of.
I need Taylor Swift to get me up in space so I can fuck her.
There you go.
Taylor Swift, are you hearing this podcast? Send me some money this way so I can do a Kickstarter. I'm going to get you up in space. I'm going to bang you.
Yeah, that won't happen.
I don't even know where to begin. If she's hearing this,
Number one. If she gives you money, you don't need a Kickstarter. That's how you raise money.
I need to raise money so I can start a money-raising organization.
Because people would want to see this happen.
nobody would want to see this.
I doubt people. It's the internet. There's some fucked up people on the internet.
No, I don't. Obviously.
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
Could you tell us more about these people, Issa?
No.
Dan just doesn't want this at all. What do you want Taylor Swift to do for you, Dan?
There's a lot of things, but I can't say any of them on air. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. But I guess I would like for her to introduce some better future presidential candidates because all of them suck.
All right.
What if she were to run herself?
I'll watch.
Would she get your vote?
Probably not.
That just ends to
Haters gonna hate.
to the clown car.
See, I think I'd rather have her...
Debaters gonna debate.
Debate.
I'd like to see her take out somebody for me. Instead of Pitbull like you want, to Tony. I want her to take out Issa.
Yes!
Aww.
She's gonna take me out on a date, that's for sure.
Breaking Bad style. I want her to chain him up in a basement. He's like, oh, I need a juice, guys. And then slowly melt him down in acid.
Then a bathtub
You've given us a lot of thought already. I think before I posed the question, you already had this plotted.
Well, we talked about this earlier.
Jeez, why using poor Taylor Swift for such violence when you can use her for such good?
Yes.
Jeez.
Please,
A lot of kids.
Please elaborate on this.
Yeah, hey, I would have her come up with a new energy source for the Earth to make use of, so no more fossil fuel, so there's less
So you
war.
want Taylor Swift to make a Tesla car kind of thing? Or?
No, like a worldwide thing that replaces all energy.
So you want her to be
called the
Tony
sun.
Stark.
Yes!
Yes.
Hey! See, there we go. And then she can also hook me up with all of her money and put me in
Why is it about money with you? I thought you said all this is good. You're just using her then.
No, but I would use my money for good, too.
We don't know that.
No, I do.
What good would you use with your money if she gave you her money?
Oh, well, I would help all the children's hospitals and all the foundations for people that are sick.
What about the Nazi children's hospitals?
What?
Would you support those?
They would not see any of that money.
And you're on fire today.
So worth it.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize,
So
guys.
actually-
That does not represent the opinion of Beer Bros BS. I apologize.
just solely Dan.
Dude.
All right.
Oh, geez.
Moving on. Sorry.
We're actually on our third beer tonight.
Beer number 3 from Smutty Nose Brewing from New Hampshire. It is the Baltic Porter, which is this year's, the 2015 version. It comes in at 9%. This is a former gold medal winner in the category of Baltic Porter. Won it, I believe, 2 years in a row. Right now, it's currently ranked at 95% on Beer Advocates. So it is one of the highest rated Baltic porters. It's got a nice, complete balance, nice finish, dark color, as always with Baltic porters. Very light head. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Very good. Now, what's Smutty Nose? Is that a name for something in particular? Is that like a beaver or something? Is there like an otter? Is it an otter?
No, there's a seal.
A seal. That's what it was.
Yes, there is.
Everyone knows that Smutty Nose is another name for a beaver.
No, I'm just saying.
I always thought it was just the name of a brewery.
No, it's actually an animal.
Zombies.
It's a seal.
So,
How do you say the seal has a smutty nose?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I guess that's what they got.
Seals have very slutty noses.
It's not slutty nose. And what makes a nose slutty?
Or smutty.
Is it too wide? Too open?
Too dirty.
Too dirty?
Those nostrils are just like...
They're just flaring up
Really
sexy at you?
All right. Anyway, so it's got a nice roasty flavor. You get a little bit of the chocolate.
For me, I can definitely taste the roast. It's a little, hints on almost smokiness.
Yes.
You can taste.
Yeah, I think they smoked that seal in that beer.
Are you not a fan, Ethan?
Yes, I'm a big fan. It tastes very good.
I
Are
find
you a fan of smoking seals?
Yeah, this is our first Smutty Nose.
And what's up in the bottle? It's got a weird baby and a guy that looks like Old Man River with angel wings.
What?
Coming up on our new segment, Issa describing beer labels.
Lisa, do you think before you talk?
No, that's why I'm on the show.
Aces Pieces of Wisdom.
Oh,
That is coming soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought that was.
I am
starting
going to
this
make
week.
some Reese's Pieces of Issa's wisdom.
So, one last note. This is our first Smutty Nose brewery beer featured on the show. More to come. I find them to be highly underrated. A very solid brewery. So,
Yeah, I'd say that.
Carry on. So, actually,
I was going to say, this doesn't have, too much of the smokiness that you normally associate with Baltic porters. It's kind of more smooth. That's really good.
yeah, as it settles, I think you get a little bit more smoke. But
so, I was just double checking. I thought we had another Smutty Nose before, but I checked out the beers we've had on our website, beerbrosbs.com, and we have not had it. If you haven't already, visit our website, click on the link, beers we've had, and you can see which beers we've had and which episode we've had them on.
as well as our reviews on Untapped, Beer Bros BS, where we put our overall average between the five of us, or whoever else is on the show, to tell us what we rate the beer.
So, the other thing that we're going to be coming up soon for us is Supercon Miami, Supercon Florida. It's a pop culture convention in Miami Beach this year. Let me ask you guys, we're all going. Who's going to be your favorite actor that you're looking forward to see? For me, I can't say one over the other.
There's so
I've
many.
met some of the people before.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably Haley Atwell or Agent Carter.
Yes.
Yes.
She's amazing. She's amazing. Also, then at the same time, Brett Dalton. I really love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Ward. I love that character from what he started as to where he is now. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know if you guys have caught up. And then also, Billy D. Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He is just so smooth.
So smooth.
He is so cool.
I got a chance to meet him.
He's so cool. He's cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Welcome to the other side of the pillow.
He's
pretty good.
Thank you.
Man, spokesman of Colt 45 malt liquor.
Damn right.
Yeah. What about you, JJ?
Well, it's going to be pretty much identical to you, but also throw in Peter Mayhew, who plays Chewbacca. And, well, it's, Yeah, it's pretty much. Also, Eric Roberts.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people. He got kind of. There's so many guests for this year. He just got swept under the mat. I was like, this is Julia Roberts' brother. You know, like he's been in Dark Knight and.
For me personally, he's one of my he was in one of my favorite episodes of Entourage.
Yes.
Where they all take shrooms.
That was when they went to the Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree.
Yeah, they all got high as hell.
Nice.
That was great. That was a fun episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was their drug dealer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
But as himself.
As himself.
Yes.
I also love to ask, like, maybe his daughter's going to be there. Maybe she came along with. Because
Possibly.
Emma Roberts is also equally amazing.
And maybe you can help me. The one I'm really looking forward to is Slade, the guy who plays Slade Wilson, Deathstroke on Arrow.
Manu
Bennett.
Yeah, thank you very much. Aliens are invading the podcast.
Sorry, everyone. If it sounds weird, we just heard something crash in the studio and we have no idea what it was.
We don't know what it was.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, also Billy D. Williams for me, you know, clearly he is one of the stars of one of my favorite movies, Undercover Brother.
Yes! My fried chicken is the bomb.
Fanboys.
That's a great movie.
Yes.
Oh, if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch
You
it.
would definitely
you would love it. It's Star Wars.
You guys are sleeping on, you know, all the View Askew folks. Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I was going to mention a few of those.
Oh my
The
God,
thing is, I saw Kevin Smith here
At the Improv, at Hard Rock.
a couple months ago, and I was maybe a couple feet from him.
Yeah, we were in the front table. Right
So
there.
that was, and some of the other people we've seen before. Brian O'Halloran, really great guy. As I'm a librarian, he's a big fan of public libraries. We had a discussion about this before, so I got to give him credit. He's a good guy.
Jay is going to be there. Can't believe I forgot to mention Jay.
Jay Muse, Kevin Smith.
What about you, Lisa?
Snoochie Boochie.
Dude, all the Jay, all the VSQ people, Peter Mayhew. I met them already though, and I met Billy D already though. But it'd be nice to meet them again. You know, so I'm pretty looking forward to that.
Yeah, you can never meet Lando Calrissian too many times.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
I would say Joey Lauren Adams, also from the View Askew universe. She was the star of Chasing Amy. She's also been in a few other movies. She was in Dazed and Confused, and that's one of my favorite movies. And Joey Lauren Adams is for those who don't know by the name, is that blonde chick that was in a bunch of 90s movies with the really squeaky high voice. And, yeah. Also, they do kind of look similar.
I was just thinking.
But I think this one was like a little prettier and had an even like more annoying voice. But also Linda Blair was a recent addition.
Oh, she just got added.
And for those who don't know, she played the child Reagan in The Exorcist, and it's one of my favorite movies. Also, I would love to get a chance to meet her.
Yeah, you can get your artwork that you got from the last from MegaCon. You got the movie plaque.
I actually bought a poster at MegaCon, so yeah, that'd be cool.
It was already signed by her, but get her to sign it twice.
Just take a picture of her holding it so I could pretend like she signed it then.
Yeah, there you go.
And then when I resell it, I could get more money.
compare autographs.
That's a great idea.
It may not be real.
Bro, yeah, you know what? Good call. Yeah. Okay, so, what about some artists? Anybody in particular you're looking to see?
Yeah, actually, for me, I'm really looking forward to JR, John Romita Jr.
Yeah, that's why.
He's one of the legends. He's done so many things. He's participated in penciling in and drawing and writing so many key comic books and series that he's just got so much under his belt. Him and his father, Senior. Before we continue, though, we're actually on our final beer of the night.
We have another one.
We have another one, too?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the fourth?
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is...
And we're comparing this one to the last one, right?
Right, yeah, so this is a Midwestern offering. It's Harwood Myth from Urban Chestnut Brewing Company from St. Louis. And this is an English-style porter as compared with the Baltic one we just had. This one's going to be lighter. It's 4.6 ABV.
It's definitely not smoky. It's heavy on chocolate, which
It
does
goes
have
down a lot easier.
For me, I'm not crazy about it because I'm not crazy about chocolate in general. But this tastes like a chocolate bar. It's not like
No coffee.
like a dark chocolate bar. It's not very sweet. It's bitter. It's got that chocolatey bitterness.
Yeah, dark chocolate.
What do you guys? What do you think?
At the end, there's like a little bitterness.
It's very thin.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Thin. It feels kind of watery.
Yeah, watery.
Compared to the Baltic Porter for Somebody Knows, it's like a really, really watered down. I don't dislike it, but if I'm doing a direct comparison, it's not even close. Somebody Knows takes it here.
Yep.
But they are different styles, so, you know.
Yeah, as far as side by side, as Ned said, not even close. The Smutty Nose Baltic Porter wins hands down, for sure.
What do you think, Isa?
I already did say something about it. That was pretty watered down. No coffee in it. But I like coffee in my porters. I like the taste of it. But yeah, didn't do it for me.
Are there any comic book artists that you're looking for?
Yes, Tom Cook actually. He's actually an animator and director that he made Flintstones, Pac-Man, the Smurfs, Scooby-Doo, Godzilla. He-Man. Super Friends. I mean, that's a cool list of characters there that I grew up watching those characters. I mean, I grew up watching He-Man. So I think I would love to meet that guy.
Yeah, that's definitely a good choice, man. How about you, Tony? You got any comic artists that you like their particular artwork that's going to be there?
Not really. I'm not so into comics that I know who draws them.
Yeah, okay.
And besides the comic, I want to meet the guy who does the voice for Mario. And
Right.
does a voice for a lot of other
That's
actors.
true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good voice
Acting. A guy that the SpongeBob's there too.
Yeah.
Cool little voice actors there too.
Yeah, we got,
Some wrestlers. I mean,
The thing with Supercon is Mike, the guy that puts it together, is also a big wrestling guy. He also promotes Ronin Pro Wrestling down here in South Florida, and they typically will bring wrestlers into the conventions and do matches and stuff there under the Ronin banner. I definitely get a kick out of that. I mean, I've met a couple of them already, but it's pretty cool. Besides, seeing famous actors and whatnot, you could go and see Jerry the King Lawler,
Daniel Bryan.
Kane, Daniel Bryan, Paige, all these people.
Yeah, it's one of the first years they're going to actually have current wrestlers opposed to just legends.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So it's a nice mix, nice grab bag of different wrestlers.
Absolutely.
Paige is going to be there. She's
They
fantastic.
did Legends at this one as well, right?
They do.
Right.
Tito
And-
Santana, Jerry Lawler,
JBL Farouk,
Farouk, bunch of
Ron Simmons.
there's some divas there too.
Yeah, man.
Paige is going to be there. And,
Mickey James.
Yeah, Mickey James.
Daniel Bryan's going to be
bro.
there.
Yes.
I
know for
Certain
me, though,
days, I think. Certain
yeah,
days.
the big name WWE stars are there. Each person has a specific day. So I don't remember who's who, but
Daniel Bryan's on Saturday. I believe, and
Kane's on Sunday, and Paige is on Friday.
yeah. So each one has their own day.
Are they still doing the live wrestling this year?
I haven't heard, but I wouldn't be surprised. I know that Mike puts on.
Yeah, because they
matches.
usually put the band playing right.
Yeah.
They do live music at this as well. They support some local artists, so they have a rock and wrestling, if you will, from back in the 80s.
And Karen Gillian's going to be on it. She's a little hottie from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's cute.
You're going to make Dave upset. Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to be like Doctor Who first.
The thing is that
I've seen her.
my problem is that they brought her in. She's a replacement for Billy Piper,
I would have liked to meet her. Billy
Yeah,
Piper.
people were pretty upset about that one.
and I was pretty upset. I really wanted to meet her.
Yeah, we already saw Karen
She was
Gillan
with
at
some
a couple
people at
other
Comic-Con.
cons. So,
Yeah.
to be honest, Karen Gillan's kind of boring at cons. Like, she doesn't have a lot to say. She's still really young, and she's kind of like shy with the crowds.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even though her characters are not, which is a credit to her acting ability.
Sure.
But in person, when you talk to her, she does seem to come off very
I was
shy.
like, can you talk a little louder? I'm trying to, what did you say?
But yeah, anyway, I know that I'm personally looking forward to, when it comes to comic artists, Neil Adams.
Yes, legend.
He's done,
Everyone, though, says he is such a complete dick.
You know, I wouldn't be
He
shocked.
is probably the most
pretty
hated.
old. Yeah.
He's probably the most hated comic book guy among
A lot of the
In
other
the
artists will
industry-
talk shit about him.
in the industry, more so than somebody like Stan Lee.
I know a lot of people will talk shit, but also I gotta give a shout out. Michael Kingston is going to be there signing his book. He has a comic called Headlocked, and it's about up and coming independent pro wrestler, and he works alongside. He'll have like stories and artwork done by other wrestling stars, past and present, and so I know Christopher Daniels has been involved with some of his comics.
Oh, he did the
And,
one with him and Kazarian.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he did. Well, actually, no. I don't know if he did the Daniels and Kazarian one. That was a separate one. But
Oh, okay.
Daniels was involved with Headlocked, along with also Rob Van Dam was, and a couple other guys. And yeah, Mike Kingston's a good guy, and the Headlocked book is a lot of fun to read. Hopefully, they can keep it going. So far, there's only been 2 issues, but I've supported it on Kickstarter, and I hope that they get to make more. And anyway, it looks like we're pouring out the next beer, so I'll talk about it real quick. It's from Prairie Artisan Ales. It's the Apple Brandy Barrel Aged Noir. So it's an Imperial Stout aged in brandy barrels.
Wow.
It's a really, really awesome beer. And it's 12% alcohol by volume from Prairie in Oklahoma.
This is a really good beer.
Very good.
Oh yeah,
What's your first take of it, Tony?
this is like a candy apple.
Yes.
Yeah. Candy apple in a
Candy-ish.
glass. It's delicious. I have to say, the Prairie, they get a lot of hype for their bomb stouts and the variations of that one, but I really like the Noir series. I've had the wine barrel, which is like fantastic, and this one is like really delicious too.
Oh my goodness.
This one comes off the aroma comes off very boozy,
Oh yeah, you
Very-
get that brandy feel.
sweeter than what brandy smells like.
Wow.
It is very boozy, but very, very good.
That's fantastic.
For a 12%, it's really, really flavorful. You don't get the that booze kick in the flavor, and it's
apples, definitely.
it's pretty awesome. This is a phenomenal beer. Prairie really does no wrong, in my opinion, and yeah, dude, it's great. Seek it out, have it if you can, and if you want to hear more, check us out on our Untapped and on our website.
Yeah. And I was just going to mention my artist. I'm with you, John Romito Jr. as well. He draws my favorite Spider-Man of all time from the 80s. And he did one of my first favorite crossovers, which was Punisher and Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was a fantastic series.
Was this back when they were doing like Marvel DC together?
It was the early 90s when there was a lot of Batman crossover.
Yeah.
There was Batman Predator, Batman Punisher. Like, they were
That's cool.
letting Batman go everywhere. They're like, I'm Batman. I'm here. I'm Batman. Now I'm over here. So,
I think Batman Iron Man would have been the one to look at. But I don't know if they did it. That'd be cool.
Well, they've done JLA Avengers crossover
They did do
Right,
that.
exactly.
a few times.
Because, Stark and Wayne, they're like kind of similar.
Yeah.
and John Beatty, too, for another artist who I just met at MegaCon. I just love his art style. He does another awesome Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So,
I was going to say, just to wrap up the Supercon topic, one more thing that I'm looking forward to is our buddies at J. Wakefield Brewing brewed the official beer for Florida Supercon, which is
yes, you heard that.
it's called
This comic book convention, this pop culture convention, has a themed beer.
and it's called Power Up Peach IPA. It's kind of like
An homage to Princess
yeah,
Peach.
exactly, Princess Peach from the Super Mario Brothers video games.
Super Mario?
Mario.
It's a me, Mario.
I thought he said, it's a me, Mario.
No, Tony Fiorentino. It's Mario.
Oh, so you're saying the Italian guy doesn't know how to say the name Mario?
That's exactly what I'm saying, because Mario himself pronounces it Mario.
It's me, Mario.
But yeah, so check out the beer if you end up hitting Supercon.
So let me ask you guys, as I like to wrap up the show every week, what burns your bacon? What just burns your bacon black? For me, it's sticking with the con, whatnot. It's people who are walking in front of you when there's lots of people, and then just immediately stop.
I hate that shit.
It burns my bacon so bad because I'm a pretty big guy and I'm also quick on my feet, so I usually step to the side and avoid them. But you know how easy it would for me
just to bowl them over.
just like a bulldozer.
Bro, I would love to see that shit. Actually, just keep walking.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
I could, but I just burn. Just be self-aware. Be aware of your surroundings. There are other people here other than yourself. And Issa's not saying anything, which makes me feel like he's one of the people that would do that. No?
No, with Issa, he just vanishes from sight, and then you don't know where to find him.
Yeah, there was a particular incident that stuck with me when we were all on a trip to Las Vegas years ago. I swear, this dude.
It was my first time to Vegas. He hasn't been there
within 10 minutes, this dude was in another building.
Well, when I was little, I would run away from my mom when I would go to stores and stuff like that.
You still do it now that you're not
little. So I guess that's where I got it from.
So JJ and David are over here laughing about something. What's going on?
Sharing a laugh. Sharing with the class.
You said disappearing into fat air.
That's what I said.
I hate you guys. Is it the Issa pick on Issa episode or the hodgepodge episode? What is it?
It's a hodgepodge of picking on Issa.
I think every episode is subtitled picking on Issa.
Yeah,
A thoughtful bit, but it's
parenthetical title.
Tony, what burns your bacon?
You know what I'm going to say this week is IPAs that don't have a date on them.
Ooh.
Because I noticed that about the Funky Buddha Moro here. It doesn't have a date, that it was brewed or to drink by. So, shame on you, Funky Buddha, and shame on you, any brewery that doesn't put the date on their beers.
Dan, what burns your bacon?
Issa.
Well played.
Dan, what else burns your bacon?
Oh, dude.
The cook at Denny's.
That asshole. No, really? What burns my bacon here is hearing this possibility that Jose Aldo might drop out of the fight against Conor McGregor coming up in a couple of weeks. And he's saying that he suffered an injury in training and he may have to pull out. And I don't know. I just think it's.
I'll hope he pulls out.
It's not very manly to pull out.
Yeah, I just think that it's kind of a lame duck excuse, man. And I feel like he's just ducking Aldo that Aldo is ducking McGregor because he knows that he would beat his ass.
I can't imagine that. He's one of the best fighters in the world. He loses nothing by losing the belt after all these years.
No, I hope that he can heal quick and they can make the fight happen.
Issa, what burns your bacon?
You know what burns my bacon? When I get on the Sun Pass or any highway that has tolls, and I miss the exit, and I'll have to pay a toll and get off the exit, and then go back on the turnpike, and then pay the toll again to get in the right exit. Why doesn't the computer automatically just give me a refund for that? I mean, why do I have to pay double for that?
Because you drove through it twice.
Yeah, that's human.
Can't the computer?
Why don't you just take a side strip if you don't want to pay the?
I don't.
Why don't you just not miss your exit?
Why don't you just pay attention?
It happens though. I'm
But
sure it
it
happens
won't
to you and it happens to you.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, bullshit. I call fucking foul on that, dude. I filed on fucking SunPass for doing that, because they have computer nowadays. They can refund you automatically. Hey, they see that you went back on the exit within a
You went through
minute.
it twice.
Yeah,
So,
they seem like a very fair
It's not like I'm
company as they
using
open up
it's not
extra
like I'm
tolls.
the wear and tear of my freaking car going on the
Driving through it?
turnpike through it. It's going to really cause an issue within a minute. I mean,
Well, the fact that you missed it one time.
the tolls are expensive nowadays. That really burns my bacon, you know?
Why don't you say, like, what burns your bacon is your own sense of direction?
No.
Oh.
Does your car have GPS?
No, it doesn't.
Does your phone?
Yes, it does.
You might want to invest in
No
that.
excuse.
You might want to invest in a windshield mount.
Oh, man.
Oh, fun and games.
And JJ,
All right.
What burns your bacon?
Yeah, I've been simmering on this one for about a week.
Quick, say it before it burns.
Yeah, right? It's going to be Michael Bay. I know he's already pissed off enough people, but I just recently viewed, thanks to Issa and his advice, of watching Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Why did you do that?
Oh, because Issa's like, it's the best one out of all the Transformer films.
It's Issa.
I said no.
Yes, you did.
Well, they're all awful, so the best one would still be pretty bad.
No, but...
And let us not forget that Issa is the one who praises Kangaroo Jack.
Oh, I liked it because didn't have Shia LaBeouf. It didn't have none of the freaking other actors. Like, it was actually a different movie then. I mean, I like Wahlberg.
I like Wahlberg too, but the dialogue was absolute shit. Everything about that movie was pure shit.
What about the Dinobots?
That was not the Dinobots. Grimlock doesn't even fucking talk.
Yeah, but it's cool because they're not gonna make them. They're not gonna make them like the other ones.
Oh yeah,
Michael Bay, but it's got dinosaurs.
They made him a dog that Optimus Prime rides on. Oh yeah, that's real cool. Yeah, that's a great movie. Michael Bay, quit making Transformers movie. Go back the way it used to be, the way I grew up, the way it should be, and awesome. Michael Bay, Transformers, that burns my bacon.
Shame. Just go and make Bad Boys 3.
Or yeah, just
Kevin Bacon should make
Shame.
Okay.
Game of Thrones.
So let me ask you guys. 10. What was your favorite beer of the night?
Oh, the Prairie Noir.
I agree, the apple brandy.
I would agree. The apple brandy. The apple brandy. I like it. Second,
The apple brandy?
The apple brandy. And the Smutty Nose.
Yeah, the Prairie one.
Yeah, those were the top.
And then the Smutty Nose behind that, I guess.
I have to say, Brandy Barrel.
And then no expiration date, Moro.
Yeah, what's second? I want to know.
It's not Moto. It's more.
What was second?
Yeah.
Oh, the Smutty Nose, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, no, I put the Kirschgose.
I was gonna say, shockingly, I picked the sour as my second favorite.
Yeah.
I would probably go with the more.
Really?
Sure. I love citrus.
Okay.
It's a good beer. I wish they'd make it the way that they
What
used to.
was your second favorite, Issa?
The Baltic Porter, the Smutty Nose.
Cool.
So once again, thank you for listening to another episode of Beer Bros and BS. Remember, as always, you can send your comments or questions to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Now, finally untapped. You can always email us at beerbrosandbs@gmail.com. As always, everything you can find about our little program here is on our website, beerbrosbs.com.
Yeah, send us questions so we can...
Suggestions.
We can talk about...
Subscribe to us on iTunes.
And you can always subscribe to us on iTunes and on SoundCloud. So, till then, next time.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers.